Certainly proven he's been able to do that during his career as a head coach in the NFL. 6 Super Bowl championships, 31 playoff wins, second winningest coach in the history of the National Football League. And now goes back to where his dad was an assistant coach for a while before a long time at Navy as Bill Belichick, head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels, kind enough to join us now. And Bill, we get ready for this playoff, and I know that's something that you'd love to get North Carolina to in short order. In the first few days of taking over and moving to college football, what have you found most gratifying in the early moments of your job?
The support here at Carolina has been fantastic, from Chancellor Roberts all the way to the Board of Trustees, the other coaches in the program, the alumni, the Rams Club. I mean, everything's been great, and it's been great. We've had just players come in here day after day in the portal, and had doing a lot of recruiting, talking to parents, talking to kids, talking to about the opportunity to develop their career here at North Carolina, and it's been exciting. That's going to continue for several more weeks, but every day there are new players dropping in, and we're just working through the process. But Mike Lombardi's here, and he's done a great job. We've signed a lot of good players, and we're going to be in on all the good ones that we can throughout across the country, regardless of where they come from.
Bill, I learned more from you about evaluating players than anybody in my career, because you had a great way of defining the criteria for what you were looking for. You went out and did it. You always identified it. And I think that's been a key to your success. And I know you'll do that, even though you got to recruit them, you can't draft them. I know you'll do it in college as well. But my question would be, do you think it will be any different coaching a college player as opposed to an NFL player?
Yeah, well, I'm sure it will. And Nick, I had a great opportunity this year to spend some time out at the University of Washington with Coach Fish and my son Steve in the spring, in the summer, in training camp, and in the fall before the Michigan game out there. And so I had a great chance to observe a lot of the things they were doing. It was really so enlightening to me to see how much improvement the kids made in the spring, just with spring ball being in pads, something, as you know, we never do in the NFL. So the dramatic improvement in the players and their receptiveness to coaching and getting better and trying to gain in their career, and they're young, they're very hungry, and they're fun to be around, as you know, very much like the rookies that come into the NFL that know they have a lot to learn. You kind of feel the same thing about these college players, at least the ones I interacted with, and what I've seen. I've talked to a lot of players here on the team, and they kind of have that same attitude. And I remember when you went back to Michigan State and then back to Alabama. You and I had conversations about that, about how much you enjoyed developing the young players and had more of an impact on them. And even though I haven't done it, I just saw it, when I was at Navy. But I can really see where you're coming from on that. It's been very exciting, even in the short time that I've been here.
Coach, I can't wait to watch you develop the next generation of NFL guys, which is a massive piece of the puzzle for why you're back at UNC, I think. And you mentioned a multiple-time Super Bowl champion Paisan, Michael Lombardi, in your first answer. He's acting as a general manager. He has chatted about having a director of player personnel, an entire scouting department, and treating it almost like it is an NFL team. Is that how it's operating? And how has the first couple weeks gone here for you guys managing it all?
Yeah, I think it's very much going like that, Pat. And I appreciate Coach Saban's comments about the evaluations that we did in Cleveland. I think I learned a lot more from him than he did from me. He's a great evaluator. And then I've watched him at Alabama put together essentially his, scouting and evaluation staff. And so now I'm copying a lot of things that I watched him do there and learned from the system that he installed there. But yeah, it's been really each day, Pat, more players come into the portal as these bowl games are completed. I'm sure there'll continue to be more, and so we're on top of each guy evaluating the players that we kind of think will be coming in, but also some declare that maybe we didn't expect, or you start to hear players that are rumored to come in, and so we're digging through all those guys, and we have a lot to offer here at Carolina, both academically. With this institution and the football program, and just what we have to offer. So we'll get players ready for the NFL no matter what position they play. We'll get them ready for their lives and their careers, just by the accountability that comes with the program. Very much like Nick did at Alabama. We'll see what kind of success it is, but very much like that model. So excited to do it, and it's been fun so far.
So it must have been pretty easy to copy our model at Alabama since it was your model, right?
You two are the best.
Hey, Coach, I love
Nick, you are crushing it. You are crushing it on TV. And, Pat, I just want to say this is 2 years in a row I've been on College GameDay, which honestly I didn't think I would ever be on College GameDay. And now this is 2 years in a row. So I don't know. Can I nail down kind of an annual spot on this?
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Hey, you win some games. You can come on a whole lot, Bill.
Your reputation, much like Coach Saban's, was you're always going to coach a team and get them ready, and it takes a lot of work in the offseason to get them mentally tough, physically, obviously, the kind of team that you want to have. The college game's at an interesting time where we talk about it every week. If you get, the old school demanding and challenging guys, sometimes they get frustrated and they leave. I'm just curious your approach now in college without contracts and any of that. If a player gets frustrated, a lot of times they just leave. What's your approach on how to handle that environment that you're stepping into?
Yeah, well, I think that's changing too. I don't think the contracts of, giving them the money and the players leaving, I don't really think that's going to happen too much. Based on the way it appears that the contracts are being written now for whether it's the school money or the NIL money. So it seems to me like with each passing time frame in this process, it's becoming a little bit more organized, and there's more of a system in place. Ultimately, I know there's some things in the courts and a lot of it still needs to be worked out, but based on what I've seen, I think it's becoming closer to the NFL model. Players aren't unionized, so that's a big difference. But fundamentally, evaluations, what the players receive in compensation, what their value is to the team, I think all those are in play. It's just a little bit lower. When I was at Cleveland and we went to free agency, I want to say the cap was around 16 million, somewhere in there, which is about what it is in college now, roughly, in terms of the revenue share. So it's kind of funny that it's come full circle in terms of the amount of money we're talking about.
Coach, thanks for doing this. You talked about Coach Saban, how he's killing it right now on TV. I think in retirement, you're killing it in life, man. It's just great to see your personality come out and see the person you are. As you're recruiting these young men to build your roster, what type of young man are you looking for to build the culture that you want at Chapel Hill?
Yeah, well, number one, on the football side, they need to love football. If you like football, if you like to, if you want to be your best, if you want to train professionally, fundamentals and techniques that are used professionally, get the most out of your ability and be with good teammates and other people who love football, then this is a great place to be. For players that don't really enjoy football, then it's probably the wrong spot for them. So you've got to love the preparation, the training, as well as the competition. There's a lot that goes into it. But when you work with people who have a common goal and you come together on that, it's actually a lot of fun to do all that and then see the results come out. So that's the way I feel about it. Just every day is a good opportunity to help the team, to work with players and other coaches who are trying to accomplish a goal, work together as a team and with your teammates. Those are great relationships, and I love being a part of them. And I missed it last year when I wasn't a part of it, so great to be back.
Well, it is great to have you in college football. Always welcome on this show. You know what? 9 months going to go by really fast. You guys will be teeing it up against TCU. Best of luck to you, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you. Have a great one tonight. Stay warm. Looks like it's chilly there.